Hello, Aries. This is your cleanse, detox, and purge rather, reading. We're going to take a look at what might come up for you as something that you can give a little attention to so that you can move into this new cycle as your best, most powerful self. So you can meet whatever challenges that you may face with confidence and with your best foot forward, okay? So we're going to start with the Rider-Waite and move through several oracle decks. We're looking to see what we can cleanse, detox, or purge from our life at this moment. Okay. I've got the Knight of Pentacles, the Hierophant in reverse, and the Queen of Swords. All right. So I feel as if you are moving into an energy of really discerning what is worth your time as far as investing long term into things that are supposed to be stable situations. Things that are structured and ordered. I feel like you're being more careful and cautious, or you are needing to be more careful and cautious about what you invest your material self into. I don't feel like it's emotions or anything romantic. It could be money. It could be about investments, what you invest your money into. It could be what you spend your money on. I feel like you might have in the past been quick to purchase something or to invest in things that were not of the that were basically just not good investments. And I feel like you're being more discerning. I feel like you've been in situations that have caused you to do that. Underneath the Queen of Swords, we have the Seven of Pentacles in reverse and the Page of Pentacles in reverse. Yeah. And the Four of Pentacles reversed. And then the Moon reversed. And then the Four of Cups. Yeah. So I feel like there's probably some, resentment over looking over the past, how you'd invested things, you planted seeds in things that did not give you a good harvest. So that's made you want to hold on to your money more because, deep down, you may not say it, but you've got some resentments about that. For some of you, it may have been like organizations, nonprofits, or any kind of organization, religious nonprofits, whatever the case, that typically people look at as being like highly moral, and you just assume that you would that they would do the right thing with it, and with this in the reverse, I feel like there was some type of corruption. So you're becoming more cautious, or you are needing to be more aware of where you spend your funds or what you invest into. Okay, let's get a sacred traveler. We'll build up on this. Let's see. All right. I've got distant thunder, breaking trail, and watching clouds. Okay. All right. So I feel like you're on the verge. I think you're taking a break from something. You may have stepped away from an investment that you were going to come into because of the past, and you're recognizing the signs that something was falling apart. And so um, you're taking some time to kind of collect your thoughts. All right. So you can discern and judge appropriately what's going on. And you're wanting to clear the air. I feel like you can see a storm brewing in the background, and you know the signs. Usually when it's about to rain or something, you can smell the rain coming, you can kind of see it in the distance, the animals start acting funny, and I feel like you're picking up signs. And so, um, this is a turning point for you because you typically don't make it past this point. You kind of go along with it, but because of everything that's happened in the past, like you are, um, you're seeing that. So I mean, you might have to purge the belief here that just because something looks like it's respectable, or it's an establishment that can be trusted, or it's solid, or it has a long history, that means that it's a safe place to invest funds or invest yourself into. That's not always true, and sometimes this can be fronts for people who are taking advantage. And so this is you letting go of that belief and becoming more, um, just more aware of your surroundings, and looking more deeply and becoming more discerning, not allowing people to, you know, just have your trust because they're associating with a certain institution. It's like you're recognizing that, no, they need to prove it. They need to show me that they're trustworthy before I just invest all of this stuff into them. All right. So I've got exercise to increase your energy and manifestation abilities. Attracting, not chasing. This is literally the third time that this card has come out. I've done 3 readings today, and it's come out on every one of those, so it's pretty important. And bountiful nature. Okay. Yeah, so I mean, this could also be, this could be just like, let's say that someone is coming up and they're telling you something you need to invest in. All right. Let's say that you invested in something. Maybe you didn't do your due diligence to find for yourself what was good, um, because you were maybe in a rush to try to make some money. Maybe you wanted to get some quick money. All right, you kind of ran into situations without allowing, yourself to look into it and get the proof in the pudding, or get the backstory, or figure out what it is that was going on with that. And as a result, it's kind of put you into bad situations. So with this, it's saying that, as you work on your own to get your own information and trust yourself enough to know what works for you and what doesn't, because I feel like you've had enough experience at this point to kind of be able to at least just trust your gut about whether or not something is on the up and up. And even just doing that will help you a lot, because that will allow you to attract yourself naturally, or fall in alignment with people who are on the same level of what you're trying to pull in. So if you're trying to find something that's of a certain um, vibration or whatever that you want to invest into, if you kind of listen to your own intuition and use your discernment, then you can find that. And I think that also connecting with the fact that abundance is around you and that there's more than enough for you, like shifting your environment away from a lack based mentality, can be helpful as well. Because if sometimes these institutions, like, they prey upon people who don't have enough. And so you're coming in and trying to get this extra, and you find out that what's actually happening is that these people are taking advantage of the fact that you're in lack mentality. And spending time in nature and kind of changing your belief, you know purging the belief that you don't have enough, and that you can only get something by believing and trusting in these people that are going to show you the way and give it to you. And then instead replacing that with a belief in yourself and what works for you will allow you to attract in the things that you need, because it's all around you anyway. All right, let's take a look. My computer might die on me if I'm not careful. Okay. All right, we're going to look at mystical wisdom. We have creative wonderment, good fortune, and seek knowledge. Yeah. So, yeah, follow your passion to find out where your fortune is, okay? To find that thing that's going to help you get the funds that you need, and get information about it first. All right? Seek knowledge, get information about it, and that's going to bring you good fortune. So, I also feel like this is saying, Don't just follow your first passion, discern it. Like, don't let somebody get you all revved up and passionate about something that you don't have the details and the facts on, and then you run into it and you're met with misfortune and loss because you didn't get enough information to begin with. But if you take the time to get the information about the thing that you're passionate about and see if it actually lines up, that's going to bring you into the good fortune that you have been, um, that's been evading you. All right. Um, let's do let's do a mermaid. Do a mermaid card. Okay, you're being helped. Make a wish. And contemplation time. Yeah, all right. So, okay, this is to me just confirming what we kind of said, that when you have these things that you're hoping for and you're getting help from people, make sure that you spend time alone to ask yourself if what is being offered to you is what you really want. Ask yourself if what you're putting your time and your money into is actually trustworthy. What's the vibe that you get from it? Are you just doing it because everybody's doing it and you have people around you and it's kind of like social peer pressure to participate, but then you find out later that it wasn't really, a good thing, and it's the whole system is just functioning off of the social position that it has, but it's maybe not warranted. This would be highly indicative of like maybe nonprofits that are taking advantage of people financially, or sometimes even religious situations where they're asking for money but they're not really doing the right thing, but people just at face value, because they're in positions of people that are trusted, they're supposed to be moral. We just go along with it. So this is saying to make sure that whatever you wish for, that when you're asking for help and you're putting this out there to people that should be trusted, even it could even be like an investment advisor or something, or a financial advisor. You got to even check that these days. Make sure you spend some time by yourself and say, is this what I really want? Or am I just saying that I want this because people are telling me that this is what I should want and this is what I should invest in? And then when I lose everything, then, I have no one to really look at except myself. But when I was making the decision, there were all these people in my ear. You know, this is you being the Queen of Swords and being more discerning. Okay, changing the belief that you can just trust people at face value when it comes to your valuable, hard-earned um, money, or I really feel like it's money that you're just investing into things. Okay, all right. Okay, I've got conscious connections, the perfection of your life, and Pandora's gift. Okay, so yeah, what Pandora's box, like the story of that, is like you're opening up this box that can lead to a lot of chaos and trouble in your life, but in within it is a lot of lessons and a lot of learning. I feel like you've had to learn the hard way, um, to get to the point that you're at now, which is very wise, more discerning, and more careful about where you put your hard earned money. You don't just take at face value that someone is out looking out for your best interest. And, that's been a journey in your life. And because you've done that work and because that's where you are, you're ready to see some good fortune come in. All right. Let's see. Let's do a peace oracle. Persistence, new beginning, and acceptance. Okay. All right. So I think that you're at a place where you're accepting maybe the bad mistakes you've made in the past that have cost you a lot of money, with the Seven of Swords in reverse and making some poor financial decisions. But you're accepting that because you're entering this new cycle. I'm getting this consistently for everyone, entering a new cycle, and you're going to work hard. You're going to be persistent in your efforts to get the kind of harvest that you want. And you've got a lot of information, a lot of growth, a lot of learning that you've had by making mistakes and kind of learning the hard way, some of these things. And moving forward, you can expect to have some good fortune in with a little bit of discernment and taking time to reflect upon what you've already been through and what you've already learned and seen to be the pattern in these types of situations. All right. All right, Aries, that's what I have for you. I hope this was helpful for you. Thank you for joining me on this channel where we may be dazed, but we are not confused. Until the next video, I will see you later. Bye bye.